Good evening, everybody. My name is Glory, and I'll be performing a poem titled, If God Was a Naggy Partner. If God was a naggy partner, I'm sure he'd call me and say things along the lines of, my love, sit down, can we talk? Do you remember how rugged I looked on Calvary's tree? Do you remember how I slayed in sacrificial beauty? How I lifted that cross from Nazareth to Golgotha? How I put the E in energy? Do you remember how I put the E in energy? But I know you do not remember. Because now all you remember is how to bake your cheeks, contour your nose, recharge your face card so it never declines, paint your lips a shade of red you deem brighter than the blood that cleansed you. Now all you do is sit and allow Agberu Kapin rugged past your feet. Now all you do is crave shawarma and cold stone more than you crave for the presence of I, the bread of life and the chief cornerstone. Now you sit and holla Madrid more than you holla my name. And I know that you feel you are clean because yes, I cleansed you, but let me remind you that one of the most important processes of a complete wash cycle is the spin. Have you turned around? So yes, you messed up. Yes, we didn't talk for days. Yes, you needed my help. Yes, you apologized. And as per merciful God where I be, I forgave. But before 3 AK market days, you were gone again. So tell me, how you expect trials and tribulations not to come knocking at your door for August visit again? Listen, I'm not done talking. You see, the stripes on my back, they were not tribal marks to symbolize me Yoruba. Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani is not the legendary Igbo language. And Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. It's not a prayer I made to cover only the Hausa. So why do you sit there and let tribe and religion divide you when I am your sole unifier? You are so unattentive to details. You show up for peace talk in a battleman's attire. And there you sit and claim that I do not talk to you, but remember, savvy girl no they too like talk. And you be life of the party now. So when I wanted you to listen, all you did was talk. And when I placed a call to your heart, he placed me your voicemail message. I'm unavailable. You cannot reach me. So you see this, my salvation, It's like MTN. It's everywhere you go. But like GoTV, I have made it for you to live it and to love it. But like GoTV, if you do not subscribe it, you cannot enjoy it. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Glory, and I'm a spoken word poet, and I was the first contestant that was up. And as the first contestant, I had a little jittery feet, with the setting and all, but I'm quite optimistic that the judges will be fair, and I hope to see you in the next stage.
This poem is titled The Diary of a Toxic Black Man, and parental advisory is highly recommended. I used to date a girl on a wheelchair, but somehow she managed to walk out of my life. And there are so many women in the world. Now, tell me, why should I woo men? And baby, I'm sorry I hit you. I didn't mean to break your nose. I only wanted to break your ego and smack the living taste out of your loud mouth because I won't let a woman take that tune with me. And as for your arm the night before, if anybody asks you, just tell them it was an accident. From now here on, when I talk, you listen. When I get back home from work, you make me eat before I eat. Stay out of my business, and don't you ever go through my phone again. Else I'm going to kick that baby out of your stomach. How about another miscarriage? How about that? And at times I wonder, what if the sky was lucid and I saw God? Or what if the earth was shapeless, dark and void? I'm trying not to question all things divine, but you should know I see through your deception, serpentine. At times I wonder if I'm good enough. You tell me how much you love me. Is it strong enough? I might be insecure, but I trust my guts. I know when you fake a smile, when you're lost in your thoughts. I remember how we met. It was wild and blue. My heart would skip a beat, and it's all because of you. I knew you would be mine, yet you had no clue. Now we're back to where we started, and it feels like deja vu. Do you ever think about me when you masturbate? Do I turn you on and off just like your ex-mates? I want to be your champion heavyweight. I'm sowing a seed and I hope it germinates. At times I wonder if our love would last. We're so in love, everybody thinks we moved too fast. And I've been waiting to get inside you, God knows how long, and make you say my name because that's sugar to your tongue. Now, does true love exist? I guess I'm yet to heal from my past relationships. Toxic women that I kissed planted poison on my lips. They always wanted more, and my ego took the hits. But then I found you, the only one I can't resist. You took my breath away. You must be a bandit. You and I, we go together like lightning and thunder. Your body's so tender when we make love in the shower. The walls have ears, they can hear you screaming harder. I make your body spin like a hadron collider. And baby, I'm a gangster. Maybe you can be my accomplice. Wreck a lot of havoc up in this metropolis. We're gonna be chaotic and dangerous like ISIS. And all our naysayers get stuck in the matrix. I bring you hell, you bring heaven to me. And God bless the day you said yes to me. Now go make me dinner, stupid ass. I just performed and I had fun. Catch me in the next round.
One day, I saw my father crying beside his bed. I saw him composing the lyrics of his prayers in the rhythm of his agony. I saw a fountain flowing right in his eyes. The only words that accompanied his tears were, Lord, why me? Sometimes I wish this wasn't a rhetorical question, because that needs an explanation to the sudden disappearance of Sarah, his first child. How his son went to the university to study, but on the 5th of October 2012, he was brought to death by angry mobs. Sometimes I try to comprehend why a country we call the Promised Land will keep killing promising young ones. I wish he made it out of school the same way he made it to the front pages of newspapers. 20th October 2020, Dad's daughter Sarah was found laying helpless at Lekki Tollgate. Her cry for a better Nigeria was met by a couple of gunshots on her body. Like Piatkwa boy with one shy babe. These unknown gunmen, these known gunmen shot their shots at her, but this time around, it was a forceful proposal to an untimely death. These men didn't just kill her body, they killed her dream of becoming a medical doctor. They killed her dream of traveling abroad to study. This is a perfect illustration of multiple murder done on a single body. These wicked producers even killed young John and acted like nothing happened. I guess to them, the feeling was extra cool. No wonder whenever we raised our fists to the air to Sorosoke, like Bado, they were somewhere saying, who you help? 5th June 2022. Auntie Lacey and other brethren became a prey at the place they went to pray. As praises and worship were going up, bullets were busy bringing them down. The only crime they committed was going to church on a Sunday morning. Sometimes I wonder if the bodies that were murdered in church at our Ondo State would be counted as burnt offerings unto the Lord. I have come to realize that sometimes the silence that comes after a life is lost may be caused by spirits whose voices have grown to become dumb, whose voices are not loud enough to echo their innocence to vengeance, to justice. Or maybe justice isn't just for those who are at ease being just. Maybe justice are for those who take an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Maybe justice are not for people like my dad, whose only weapons are their tears. They say, men, don't cry. But how do you convince a rock not to let us water when Moses strikes with his rod? How do you explain the scripture, John 11:35, somewhere in between my father's prayers? I heard him scream, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. Again, I wish this wasn't a rhetorical question. One day, I would love to tell a poem of green, white, and green without a blood stain on it. Shalom.
My name is Ledumite and I just finished performing. I actually did great on stage and I'm hoping to progress to the next round. Thank you.
I don't sing. I don't Jones. I don't lose God in glory. I don't make my tight OG to pick the core of glory. Just because of no robbers and no shanders. I don't condemn my tight G we give up in Nike and Gucci. So I feel jolly like Oprah, can't dab like TD Jakes. I don't deny my main G just because they call them before Oluku them. We see them to be JJC. Now they are disco. Now they are jazz out. For in my is no fit join body. I'm not saying give up in Nike and in correct Gucci. Even Jordan so bad play no go look me down. I'm not saying set this compass so I feel flex like Oprah, can't dab like TD Jakes. But the handcuff I'm can't call them Ole. See, it be my G with a set compass. I be in Kate with a scatter compass. Yes, he wash my leg, come get bread with me. But the handcuff I'm can't call them Ole. Don't be person will teach me how to feel the handcuff like this. Don't be person will show me road and stampede like that. Now they are off. Now they are para. Now they are dissolve. So this winch men no go use me can't scores. I jackpot from when my cartel will bring me out of trenches day. We're giving my daily bread when step up they give me daily OT. We change my story from me get high be to once upon a time. Sin spoke to the wickedness of my heart. My spirit betrayed me as I denied him. I don't know what he do. But they just a table matter up and down. Person with a big cap, no fit cap again. Person with a big dab and every man for Zankas, not like him papers con they naked. The naked is my party man. As they arrange shuku as crown wear am for head. Then give am stick, let's see they use am choose kids. They wonder waiting no good. Pour am speed for face. Wipe and koboko for back. I sing waka for wood. Feye, ekpa. Mom, see and pops, it's just a chant and they go. I don't know nothing my Johnson ways, let me can fall Yakata for cross. Bad man no way as a knock name for palm. I don't know saying bad mean this much. No one then spend 3 days in head just to jinky from Wishman. See, he no be Bruce Lee, but he was bruised for my transgression. He no be Toby and Musa, but he won the race. He no be thief, yet he was crucified between two thieves. So I can be set free. So I can have freedom of speech, liberty to walk as king. So when I make a decree, it would come to pass. Now the reason why they call him goats, and his blood has redeemed my soul.
Hi, my name is Jessica Wambo. I'm a spoken word poet. My performance was nice. I won't say a lot. It's in the hands of the judges. So, thank you.
There's one special thing that God planted in you before you were formed. That special seed will propagate into a mighty plant where its nutrients cannot be reduced. Your species cannot be compared to the systems of this world because your kind of taxonomy is like perplexity before humanity. But before that portion was made, God knew that the fate of that seed would be destroyed than any other common seed. He knew that if you have created man without authentication, there will be series of decrees flanked by misconceptions, which happens to be constituted by Satan and his creed. God knew all of these before man existed. But wait. There was something God did that was interestingly unique. As soon as he held on to that seed and saw that it was good, he understood the algorithm to Satan's demise. He understood the algorithm to Satan's falling. Oh yes! He fooled Satan to the core. He synchronized the mind of man for simulation. Restricting man from being launched into the failure file extension. He sets man's fate in such a way that no evil can comprehend the ultimate date. But the good thing is that he rectified it with Hebrews 1 verse 7. And then fire gushed from heaven and took over that seed of light. That fire was not just the fire that every fire service could extinguish in every state of emergency. But that fire was limitless. It was boundless, flawless, fearless. Nevertheless, it was light. Ever shining, ever burning, never failing. Yes, we burn. You could be over the mountains. That would
be great. That would be fine. But your fire gets refined when you rake through the ashes of pyrophobia, sending a shiver down to Satan's innocent spine, even as weak as he is. When he calls for a fight, you give him war. That's why I can boast in delight, because doubt's head have been stamped, trampled upon, and ousted before we all existed. Hallelujah! We burn for Jesus Christ. Thank you.
Oh, greetings, everyone. I am the Poet Doctor. I want to especially thank those who came all through for this event, Gems of Piatkwa. It has just been an awesome and approach of experience. It has just been loaded. Oh, well, concerning my performance, I know it took my time, and I believe that with the hands of God and with the hands of the judges, most especially, everything is going to come out superb. Everything is going to come out fascinating. So looking forward to seeing me in the next phase of the Gems of Piatkwa. Thank you so much.
63 years. "63 years. O God of creation, direct our noble cars, because this is a prayer that must be made. Why have we this near success syndrome? Is this thy will or thy promised kingdom? Over the years, we have seen their years of malicious and vicious effort. Exhale what seems to be a breath of success, and suddenly, mages mocked us. Suddenly, co-believers begin cut liver. It seems criminality smiled and abomination rejoiced, but joy comes in the morning. Come to think of it, if evil doesn't show strength, how then can we tell the supremacy of truth? If the corruptionists don't climb to the top of Iroko, how then can we hear the crashing sound of their fall in toto? Because joy comes in the morning. A little flashback. When we were like sluggards, we were vehemently raped by the Luggards. And when we struggled to wake up, we were called Republic, only for us to end up as a raped public. And when we thought that through literacy, the jailer's keys have been handed to us in democracy, the greed in uniform snatched our liberty. And this is 2023. This is 2023. It seems we are still dancing the disco of narcotic democracy. Indeed, we have become democracy. And I ask a question. Whether jujufication or debialization, who do us? I said, whether jujufication or debialization, who do us? I thought the pen was mightier than the sword. I thought the law had a rule to draw the straight lines of boundaries. So why have the crown abandoned the rule of law to rule their lines with crooked hands? In 2015, we were all one, but we excused ourselves that the okra tree cannot grow taller than the owner. Now the okra has not only grown taller, but has developed the roots of an Iroko. In 2020, when we checked, elders of the land say, calm down and have patience. That patience is when you are slapped on one cheek, on the other. What if you don't survive the first slap? They say patience is there is light at the end of the tunnel. What happens to the lamp in our hands? I ask, whether jujufication or debialization, I beg, who do us? Patience is that male born in the society who complained less, little wonder he was faceless. Patience could not earn a penny because the servant kid left did not let him earn any. Now patience has grown weary because nobody called him dearie. So endless thought has given patience gods. Endless thought has given patience gods. When we remember Ikemefuna, the lad who thought his guardian was there to salvage and never envisaged that he would end under the dagger of the man that called him father. When we remember brethren whose bodies have been buried by war. When we remember wives and daughters whose oceans have been dug by miscreant insurgents. When we remember cohabiting with cattle-minded and gun-handed strangers, endless thoughts has given patience gods to answer no more patience, but to swear an affidavit to answer I must survive. Apologies, I do not intend to raise a black suit in Piatkwa. We can be calm in our suits but rugged like the Zeus, because we are not children of Issachar, we are children of Issachar. Because this is not an Nzobu movement, but an Ozubo movement. So when morning comes, no one can end our joy, because joy comes in the morning.
Thank you very much. I'm Chile David, a spirit secular poet, like I said. I had fun upstage. I was number 6. I was excited that I was able to pour out my heart about what's going on in the country and about the competition. I'm quite optimistic that I'm going to see you in the next stage. Thank you.
Unto him that is able to enable that which is unable. Taking the nature of man, Lord, you were born in a stable. Fulfill the mission of connecting us back to God like DSTV cable. Now came to the rich and ate in their table. Lord, please, on the last day, may we all be rapturable. Give it a chance to sit with you in your heavenly round table that is furnished to its best, more than White House dining table. I know this prayer is achievable because you have found me trustworthy and accountable. To your sight, I am now acceptable. In beauty, heaven is adorable. In finance, it is bankable. The pains in hell will be unbearable. Lord, please, this matter should be appealable. The citizens are addressable. So unto you, this world will be possible. Reveal yourself to judicate. You said you are capable. To Ada, you are able. Even to your praise, you said you are God, unchangeable. Then I crave for my own revelation. Suddenly I heard a voice whose sound was unfashionable. His voice was unquestionable. He said, Mavera. Oh man, you are inexcusable. If at the end you don't bow down to God, whom you are answerable, then you know your beauty and wealth are all perishable. Lord, please, with any price you want, I'm affordable. Do publicizing rhymes, not in crimes. That's why I cry, bless me, O Lord, to the point that Englishmen will call me a blessed man. Understand me, I'm saying this worldwide. No matter where you're hearing me from any side, even though your name Nana Yochuku, when God bless you and change your level, for he who walks with Chuku can never step on Chuku. God didn't give us small things, but in Heku, I beg Kele Chuku, God bless you.
Okay, yeah, guys, this is Marvel Rhymes. The performance was outstanding, but I was a bit scared before getting on the stage. But my expectation is to hit the final, then come out with a better one that is being reserved for the final. Thank you very much.